or ladies and gentlemen. Today we explore a question that intrigues many. Why are so many intelligent men single at first glance? Or one might assume that intelligence should make relationships easier. After all, intelligence brings wisdom, problem-solving skills, and the ability to understand human behavior. Paradoxically, or many brilliant men struggle to find or sustain romantic partnerships. Intelligent men are often marked by their ability to see beyond the surface of situations and people, or which makes them approach relationships with a unique level of thoughtfulness. While many may be content with surface-level attraction or common social interests, or intelligent men generally look deeper into compatibility, values, and intellectual alignment, or they are not easily swayed by temporary charm or fleeting attraction because their minds are tuned to question longevity and meaning, or this deeper outlook naturally leads them to become more cautious in choosing a partner, setting the stage for a more selective approach to love. In conclusion, or intelligence creates a lens that filters superficiality and favors substance. This selectivity, while admirable, often reduces their dating pool significantly. Many people, or though wonderful in their own way, may not meet the standards these men envision for a partner who can truly challenge their mind and complement their soul. Or a casual connection or one that does not satisfy intellectual curiosity feels incomplete. As a result, or intelligent men find themselves waiting longer to encounter someone who resonates with them on multiple levels, not just romantically but mentally and emotionally as well. Or in conclusion, narrowing options makes relationships harder to form quickly. Furthermore, intelligent men tend to envision a future before fully committing to someone. Or they ask questions like, will this person support my ambitions? Can she grow with me over time? Will our shared values withstand the test of life's challenges? Or this future-oriented thinking prevents them from rushing into relationships without clarity. However, such forward planning can also limit spontaneity, or because sometimes relationships grow out of unexpected chemistry rather than careful design, or their tendency to measure long-term potential means many connections are filtered out early. In conclusion, foresight makes them cautious and slows the path to love. Or another aspect is their appreciation of depth in conversation. For many intelligent men, engaging dialogue is the foundation of connection, or they seek someone who can stimulate their mind, challenge their perspectives, and exchange ideas that inspire growth. When they encounter small talk or shallow interaction, or they often lose interest quickly, even if other aspects of attraction are present. Or this insistence on meaningful communication narrows their romantic prospects because not everyone is inclined toward intellectual engagement. In conclusion, or the craving for mental stimulation makes them less likely to settle for surface-level bonds. Or their high standards are not merely intellectual, but often extend to character and values. Intelligent men usually understand the importance of integrity, kindness, and shared moral principles in sustaining a long-term partnership. They may walk away from promising situations if they sense dishonesty, inconsistency, or lack of alignment in core beliefs. While these standards protect them from potential heartbreak, they also create longer waiting periods in their search for the right person, or their refusal to compromise on ethics shows strength, but often results in extended singleness. In conclusion, prioritizing values ensures quality, but lengthens the search. Or intelligent men may also expect a certain level of emotional maturity from a partner. They value someone who can handle conflict constructively, express feelings openly, and grow through challenges together. Unfortunately, emotional maturity varies widely, and many relationships falter because of immaturity or avoidance. Or an intelligent man may identify these shortcomings early and step away rather than endure emotional turbulence. While this protects his peace, it also limits his willingness to experiment or grow alongside someone less experienced emotionally. In conclusion, demanding maturity in relationships further narrows their choices. Another important factor is the way intelligent men interpret compatibility. They don't only look for shared hobbies or similar backgrounds, they desire harmony in vision, purpose, and growth potential. Or they seek a partner who not only understands where they are, but also where they're going. Or this emphasis on alignment sometimes makes them dismiss relationships that could have developed gradually into stronger bonds. Or their analytical minds lead them to expect immediate evidence of compatibility rather than allowing love to unfold naturally over time. In conclusion, or strict compatibility checks often cause missed opportunities for love. Intelligent men are also influenced by their independence because they are often self-sufficient or successful and capable of managing life alone. They do not feel pressured to rush into relationships for support or validation. This independence, while healthy, or reduces urgency in finding a partner and increases their willingness to wait until someone truly exceptional comes along. Many others enter relationships to escape loneliness, but intelligent men often find comfort in solitude until the right match appears. In conclusion, independence delays relationships but ensures they only pursue meaningful ones. Or high standards also stem from an intelligent man's awareness of consequences. Or he knows that a poor choice in love can affect not only his personal happiness, but also his career, emotional stability, and even family life. Or this awareness makes him more selective because he understands that relationships are not merely about attraction, but about building a life together. Or such understanding creates a cautious and deliberate approach to dating, often prolonging singlehood until the right balance is found. In conclusion, awareness of consequences pushes intelligent men toward careful, selective choices. Ultimately, the high standards intelligent men hold are both a strength and a challenge. Or they protect these men from entering shallow or incompatible relationships, but also create longer periods of singlehood while they wait for the right partner. Or the very qualities that make them admirable, discernment, depth, and foresight, also create barriers in love. However, when they finally do meet someone who fulfills their intellectual, emotional, and ethical criteria, the relationship is often stronger and more enduring than most. In conclusion, their standards make love rare but profoundly rewarding when it arrives. Or intelligent men often find themselves trapped in the cycle of overthinking when it comes to relationships, or their sharp minds are used to analyzing situations thoroughly before making decisions, and this habit extends into their personal lives. Or instead of simply feeling emotions and acting on them, they dissect every detail from the tone of a text message to the meaning behind a casual remark. Or while this analytical ability helps in solving complex problems, it complicates matters of the heart where spontaneity often leads to deeper bonds. In conclusion, overthinking creates unnecessary barriers that prevent love from developing naturally. Overthinking often begins with the fear of making the wrong choice. Or intelligent men know that relationships have long-term implications, so they treat dating like a high-stakes decision rather than an experience. Or they question whether this person is truly compatible, whether the relationship will last, or whether they will face heartbreak in the future. Instead of enjoying the present, they fast forward mentally into hypothetical scenarios that drain joy from the moment. This constant questioning often discourages them from pursuing relationships altogether. In conclusion, fear of mistakes transforms love into a problem rather than a journey. Another challenge lies in their tendency to anticipate problems before they even arise. Intelligent men often imagine potential conflicts, such as differences in lifestyle values or family expectations, long before those issues become real. Instead of letting relationships grow naturally and addressing challenges as they appear, they reject possibilities based on what could go wrong. While this helps them avoid genuine incompatibilities, it also eliminates opportunities that might have developed into meaningful bonds. In conclusion, anticipating future problems too early stops relationships from having the chance to evolve. The analytical mind also tends to focus on perfection. Intelligent men may believe they should only pursue a partner who meets nearly every criterion: intellectual stimulation, emotional maturity, physical attraction, shared values, and long-term potential. While high standards are admirable, this quest for perfection creates unrealistic expectations that no human can fully satisfy. as a result, or many promising connections are dismissed because they fail to meet an impossible ideal. Overthinking in this way sabotages their search for love. In conclusion, or perfectionist thinking prevents intelligent men from embracing real and imperfect human connections. Or overthinking also affects how intelligent men communicate within relationships. Instead of expressing feelings openly, they may rehearse conversations in their heads or worrying about every possible response from their partner. This leads to hesitation, delayed responses, or guarded communication, or which can make them appear distant or disinterested. Or their partner may interpret this as lack of affection, when in reality it stems from their tendency to overanalyze words and outcomes. Or this miscommunication often weakens budding relationships. In conclusion, overthinking conversations blocks authentic emotional expression, or making connection more difficult to sustain. The problem of analysis paralysis also influences decision making in relationships, or when faced with choices such as whether to commit, move forward, or express deeper feelings. Intelligent men may weigh pros and cons endlessly, or they seek absolute certainty before acting, which often results in missed opportunities. By the time they reach a decision, or the moment may have passed, or their partner may have lost interest. Their inability to act decisively prevents love from flourishing. In conclusion, or endless analysis delays action and causes them to lose chances for meaningful relationships. Another dimension of overthinking is its effect on vulnerability, or intelligent men often struggle to let their guard down because they analyze the risks of emotional openness. They may fear rejection, betrayal, or loss of control, and as a result, they hesitate to share their true feelings. This protective mechanism, while logical, deprives relationships of the intimacy needed to grow. Or by refusing to take emotional risks, they unintentionally build walls around themselves. In conclusion, overanalyzing the risks of vulnerability stops them from forming deep or trusting bonds with others. Overthinking can also lead to self-sabotage. Intelligent men may replay interactions in their minds, or obsessing over whether they said the right thing or behaved correctly. Small mistakes or misunderstandings become magnified, or causing them to withdraw or distance themselves out of shame or fear of judgment. What might have been a minor issue becomes, in their minds, a reason for rejection, or this self-critical nature creates unnecessary stress and damages potential relationships. In conclusion, or turning small moments into exaggerated problems prevents relationships from developing smoothly and naturally. In many cases, overthinking results in emotional exhaustion, or intelligent men may spend so much mental energy analyzing their relationships that they end up feeling drained rather than uplifted. Love, which should bring joy and support, or becomes a heavy responsibility in their minds. This fatigue pushes them towards solitude, where they feel more in control of their thoughts and less vulnerable to uncertainty. Or while solitude offers peace, it also deprives them of companionship and intimacy. In conclusion, or the mental burden of overthinking drives them away from the very relationships they desire. Ultimately, or overthinking and analysis paralysis become obstacles that intelligent men unintentionally place in their own path to love. Their desire for certainty, perfection, and control conflicts with the natural, unpredictable nature of relationships. While their intelligence helps them avoid poor choices, it also creates hesitation or miscommunication and fear of vulnerability. The result is a cycle where opportunities for love are lost to endless thought. In conclusion, or intelligent men remain single not because they lack qualities for love, but because overthinking prevents them from embracing love's uncertainty. Intelligent men often project confidence or knowledge and a strong sense of self, which can easily be misinterpreted by others. While some may find these qualities inspiring, others feel threatened or overshadowed, or particularly if they lack similar intellectual or personal development. This creates a barrier in forming balanced connections, or as potential partners may feel inadequate rather than motivated. Instead of perceiving intelligence as an opportunity for growth, they may view it as competition, or which discourages intimacy. In conclusion, the aura of intelligence sometimes becomes a wall that pushes people away instead of drawing them closer. Or this intimidation factor is not always intentional. Intelligent men may simply express themselves authentically, sharing ideas with passion and depth, or yet those around them can perceive it as arrogance or superiority, even if the man is humble, or his ability to articulate thoughts with clarity may highlight gaps in others' understanding. This perceived imbalance can leave potential partners feeling unworthy or insecure, or reducing the likelihood of mutual attraction. What is meant as genuine expression is often misunderstood as intellectual dominance. In conclusion, or authenticity can sometimes be mistaken for arrogance, creating distance in relationships. The problem deepens when society reinforces certain stereotypes, or many people are conditioned to believe that men should not outshine their partners intellectually or emotionally, particularly in cultures that value traditional gender dynamics. Or when an intelligent man displays depth, critical thinking, or strong articulation, some may feel this breaks the balance of power in relationships, or instead of appreciating his strengths, they perceive them as disruptions to established norms. This cultural pressure further alienates intelligent men from potential matches. Or, in conclusion, societal expectations magnify the intimidation felt around intelligent men, complicating their romantic lives. Confidence, while generally attractive, or can also appear overwhelming, intelligent men often possess self-assurance in their knowledge and abilities, or which can come across as intimidating to someone who is less confident. While a partner may initially admire this quality, or over time it can create insecurity if she begins to feel she cannot contribute equally to the relationship. The imbalance in perceived intelligence creates hesitation, or even if the man does not intentionally highlight differences. In conclusion, or confidence that should enhance attraction can instead create insecurity and distance between potential partners. Or another subtle way intimidation occurs is through conversational style. Intelligent men often enjoy discussing complex subjects such as philosophy, science, or politics. And while these conversations are enriching, not everyone feels comfortable participating. If a potential partner feels excluded or overwhelmed, or she may retreat rather than risk embarrassment, what was meant as stimulating dialogue becomes a source of discomfort, or this communication gap prevents the relationship from developing naturally. In conclusion, or intellectual conversations meant to build connection can unintentionally alienate those who feel unprepared or insecure, or professional success also plays a role in creating intimidation. Intelligent men often excel in their careers or fields of expertise, or which can make potential partners feel overshadowed. Instead of seeing his achievements as an asset, they may compare themselves negatively, or feeling as though they can never measure up. This discourages emotional closeness as admiration turns into self-doubt. Ironically, or the very qualities that make him appealing, ambition, dedication, and intelligence, become the reasons others withdraw. In conclusion, professional accomplishments, or when paired with intelligence, can unintentionally foster feelings of inadequacy in relationships, or the intimidation factor is further intensified by the perception of high expectations. Or intelligent men are often assumed to demand partners who are equally accomplished or intellectually gifted, even when this is not true, or the assumption alone deters many from pursuing a relationship. Women may disqualify themselves prematurely, believing they cannot meet the perceived standards, or this self-elimination reduces opportunities for genuine connections, leaving intelligent men isolated despite their openness. In conclusion, or assumptions about high expectations create unnecessary distance, preventing potential relationships from even beginning. In some cases, or intelligent men inadvertently reinforce intimidation through their behavior. When deeply immersed in ideas or work, they may appear distant, detached, or uninterested, or even when they value companionship. This creates a misunderstanding where others believe they are unapproachable or uninterested in relationships, or the combination of intensity and focus becomes intimidating, making people hesitate to engage with them emotionally, or what could have been curiosity or admiration becomes withdrawal. In conclusion, a man's absorbed nature may unintentionally project disinterest, or compounding the intimidation others already feel. Emotional intelligence is another area where intimidation can manifest, or intelligent men who are also emotionally perceptive can see through pretenses, dishonesty, or lack of self-awareness in others. While this skill is valuable, or it can make potential partners feel exposed or vulnerable, few people are comfortable being fully seen without their defenses, and this level of insight can scare them away. Or instead of appreciating his empathy, they feel judged or overly scrutinized. In conclusion, heightened awareness, though beneficial, or sometimes intimidates others who are unready for such depth. Ultimately, the intimidation factor is a paradox. The qualities that make intelligent men desirable, confidence or depth, articulation, and success, are the very ones that cause others to retreat. This cycle leaves them admired from a distance but rarely approached closely, or creating loneliness despite outward strengths. Their challenge lies not in dimming their intelligence, but in softening its expression, or ensuring others feel included and valued rather than overshadowed. Only then can they balance admiration with intimacy. In conclusion, or overcoming intimidation requires translating intelligence into warmth, making others feel safe to connect deeply. Intelligent men are often deeply driven by ambition or a sense of purpose and the desire to make an impact in their chosen fields. Their careers are not just jobs, but extensions of their identity and intellect, demanding time or energy and focus. This dedication often comes at the expense of personal relationships, as they prioritize professional goals over romantic endeavors. Or, while others may balance work and love more easily, intelligent men can become absorbed in their pursuits to the point of neglecting emotional connections. In conclusion, or devotion to purpose often sidelines their ability to nurture meaningful relationships. For many intelligent men, or success in their chosen path provides fulfillment and validation that a relationship might otherwise offer. They may find deep satisfaction in achievements, recognition, or problem solving within their careers, reducing their urgency to seek companionship. Instead of viewing relationships as essential, or they see them as optional luxuries that can wait until their goals are achieved. This mindset, while empowering, prolongs their singlehood, or by valuing career progress above emotional intimacy, they unconsciously push love further down their list of priorities. In conclusion, or fulfillment through work delays the pursuit of romantic connections. Time management also plays a significant role. Ambitious projects, demanding schedules, and long working hours leave little room for dating or building relationships. Intelligent men often sacrifice social opportunities to pursue excellence, or believing that love will fit into their lives later. However, by the time they feel ready, or they may discover that opportunities have passed or that potential partners have moved on. Relationships require consistent effort and presence, or which their professional commitments often deny. In conclusion, the lack of time invested in relationships leads to extended singlehood despite their desire for companionship. Or another factor is the belief that stability must precede romance. Many intelligent men think they should establish financial security, career success, and personal stability before entering a committed relationship. While this is logical, it delays emotional growth that comes from partnership. Or waiting until everything is perfect often means waiting indefinitely, as life's demands rarely reach a flawless balance. Or this cautious approach protects them from instability, but also prevents them from experiencing love during crucial stages of life. In conclusion, or waiting for ideal circumstances creates unnecessary delays in forming intimate bonds. Purpose-driven men are also perfectionists in their professional and personal lives, or they apply the same rigorous standards to relationships that they do to their careers, expecting partners to fit seamlessly into their structured vision. However, relationships are not projects that can be managed with precision. They require flexibility, patience, and compromise. By holding love to the same demanding standards as work, intelligent men often find relationships too unpredictable or inefficient, leading them to avoid them altogether. In conclusion, perfectionism in careers spills over into love, making relationships seem too chaotic to pursue. Additionally, career success often becomes part of an intelligent man's identity, shaping how he interacts with others. Or he may fear that relationships could distract him from his goals or alter the path he has carefully built. This fear of losing focus causes him to distance himself from romance, or even when opportunities arise. The worry that love could derail his vision outweighs his willingness to take the risk of balancing both. In conclusion, or the fear of losing direction keeps intelligent men committed to work at the expense of relationships, or professional achievements also provide external validation that reduces the emotional need for companionship. Recognition from colleagues, financial rewards, or contributions to society can create a sense of completeness, making relationships feel less urgent. While companionship is still desired, or it is not prioritized because other forms of fulfillment are already present, or this independence makes intelligent men less likely to settle into relationships unless they find someone truly exceptional. In conclusion, or external validation through career accomplishments often replaces the emotional support usually sought in romantic partnerships, or the pursuit of purpose can also lead to geographic or lifestyle challenges. Intelligent men may relocate for work, travel frequently, or immerse themselves in environments that are not conducive to stable relationships. The demands of such a lifestyle create instability that deters long-term commitments, or potential partners may hesitate to engage deeply with someone whose life is constantly shifting, and the men themselves may feel that their lifestyle is too demanding to accommodate romance. In conclusion, a purpose-driven lifestyle often clashes with the stability needed for lasting relationships. In many cases, intelligent men also underestimate the role of emotional growth that relationships provide. They may assume that career achievements alone are enough for personal fulfillment, or overlooking the transformative power of companionship, empathy, and shared experiences. By focusing exclusively on external goals, or they neglect the internal development that comes from vulnerability and intimacy. When they eventually realize this gap, they often find themselves isolated despite their success. In conclusion, neglecting emotional growth leaves intelligent men unbalanced, even when their careers thrive, or ultimately prioritizing career and purpose over romance is both a strength and a limitation. It allows intelligent men to achieve remarkable success and make meaningful contributions, but it also delays or even prevents the development of deep, loving partnerships. The challenge is not in choosing between purpose and love, but in finding a balance where both can coexist. Without that balance, intelligent men risk living accomplished yet lonely lives. In conclusion, true fulfillment requires integrating ambition with intimacy, allowing love to grow alongside purpose.